Arsenal at the San Siro takeaways. Before the match even started, we had seen rumours and posts from people like Fabrizio Romano about Ethan Waneri possibly being loaned out to Marseille. So, one moment, please. Okay, so all jokes aside, I'm happy to get Ethan Waneri is going to get minutes somewhere because he deserves those, and that's crucial for his development, I'd say. So, even though I would love to see him stake his claim in this Arsenal team, who possibly could go on to create some big things this year, I am happy that he's getting the minutes that he deserves. And I do think De Zerbi is the type of coach and also plays the type of system that Arsenal will directly benefit from if he can get the best version of Ethan Waneri. So with that being said, all the best to Ethan, and hopefully he can come back to a Premier League medal around his neck because I do think he's had those 5 games. Okay, on to the first goal. R9. Oh, sorry, Gabriel Jesus. My bad. My notes had R9. But seriously, it's good to see Gabriel Jesus hitting the ground running. It, it's been a tough couple of months for him, I'd say. Would I like to see him hit the ground running in the Premier League? Of course, I think we all would. But I think the most important thing is him playing right now, getting minutes under his belt, and he's putting in performances that aren't his best performances, but he's leaving with goals. And it's not the Gabriel Jesus that we first got, but it's still extremely important. And, who knows? I still think he got one more massive moment in the season that could be huge for us. So let's hope this keeps going on. The goal we conceded. Okay, so a couple of things about this. Eze lost the ball in the middle of the park. Yep, that's fine. It's not really fine because we were in our own half, and it's not the place that I'd want our central mid to be taking risks. But it happens. We should be defending better. Man ran off Miles Lewis Skelly. Skelly hasn't had the best couple of games, but what I would say is that how he bounced back from that moment for the rest of the game, inspiring, especially for a boy who's just 19 years of age. He didn't put a foot wrong after, I'd say, that goal, and it's good to see him like building his confidence back up because a great Miles makes a greater Arsenal. Facts. Second goal, set piece again, ole ole, set piece again. Set piece. Well, you know how it goes. But seriously, shout out Nicholas Jova. That was a great set piece. Trossard at the back post did exactly what he's meant to do. We got a bit of luck with it hitting the bar, but Gabriel Jesus, exactly where he needed to be to put his second in. And you know what? Kudos to everyone involved. That was a great goal. Okay, I do think this needs to be highlighted, seeing as how a lot of our Premier League games has gone this season. But what a first half from Arsenal. I'm not even just talking about purely the results, but like the performance we had. It just didn't feel like we wasted the first half for the first time in a long time. We've been a second half team a lot this season, but I would say I'm proud of the fact that the boys showed up from minute one. From like the first minute, we were pressing, we were getting the ball, we were peppering that goal. Like no complaints, no notes. Shout out to everyone. This is exactly what I want to see going forward. Come straight out the gate and let's just try and get that win straight. Try and get those goals in, put some pressure on them, make them more scared than they already are. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Okay, I think I need to highlight this because some of you have been going mad, but Bukayo Saka is our best player. He is the best player on the team. He has the keys to the club. No one else can chat to Bukayo Saka in that club. Let me just tell you that right now. He is the leader. He might not wear the armband all the time. He might not be the de facto captain, but he's the leader. And I'm happy with this selfish Saka. Obviously, selfish in quotation marks because I do not think he's selfish in any way. But I do think there's been a shift in mentality where he wants to be the person that makes things happen. He wants to be the person that's going to win the game for Arsenal. And we need that person. I think every great team has that person, and that's the person for us because Saka is the one that can create something out of nothing. Most people can't in our team. We do have fabulous players. Some can create something out of nothing, but most don't. Saka does. And I'm here to tell you that every single team should be scared. Champions League, Premier League, I don't care. Because Saka's on a mission and God's child doesn't fail. Okay, so Reggie hooked at the 60th mark. Am I alarmed by this? No, I won't say I'm alarmed by this. I understand why some of you are because he hasn't been getting a lot of game time. But the truth of the matter is, we fundamentally have a defensive coach, and there's parts of Eze's game that don't align with Arteta's philosophy. I think that this is going to be a problem in the long run? No, because I do think Eze is the type of person that will incorporate that into his game, and when he's ready, I think Arteta will unleash him on the pitch. So, no, I'm not necessarily worried about Eberechi Eze, especially when we're winning and getting results. I do think the best of Eberechi Eze is still yet to come, but I don't think he's put a foot wrong. Apart from that Matty Cash goal, which is a learning curve that I think he desperately needed. Obviously, one could argue if the team did or not, but we're 7 points clear. So was it that much of a problem? And the third goal. Okay, hands up. I am not the biggest Gabriel Martinelli supporter, so to say. Do I love the kid? Yes. Am I going to reserve my real thoughts on him right now? Of course, because why? Arsenal just won. And that was a fantastic pass from Gabriel Martinelli. Obviously, he's not kind of translated in the Premier League this season, but what I would say is that outside of the Premier League, he's been firing on all cylinders. And that pass, that Trivella, all my days, man. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, Gyökeres getting on the end of it. Couldn't hold Gyökeres when he came on. Crazy, crazy, crazy finish. That 1-2 with Saka, yeah, because it was definitely a 1-2. But yeah, honestly, that's a crazy finish. We literally saw it in his warm ups before the game. Literally from that spot in that semicircle, he was putting them all away. He won against everyone on the team. I think it was Kayo, Noni, Eberechi that were doing like a finishing drill, and Gyökeres just showed them levels. So it's good to see him showing that on the pitch as well. We would like to see that translated in the Premier League, but I get it. We don't in the Champions League. People actually want to play us. People want to beat us. People actually want to engage in this thing we call football. But in the Premier League, it's a bit different. Low blocks, it's a bit difficult. A bit difficult to break down. So, with that being said, 3-1 away at the San Siro. Another great result for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Let's keep it going. Let's keep pushing. Manchester United next. Come on, you Gunners.